Hello, my incredible viewer. Thank you for clicking on this video. Alright, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. I'll practically be looking at how this was made. Alright, first of all, you get your pattern. Sorry, I was not able to draw, show us a video on how I drew the pattern, but this is the pattern. And before marking to your material, you have to get the pattern first, and then you mark it to your material. You understand? You mark it to the material you'll be using for the top. I used fians for the top. You mark it. Alright, so after marking it out, you're going to cut it with a pair of scissors. You cut exactly as you marked it from the pattern. You cut carefully. It has to be straight. Don't be tense while cutting. Settle down. Take your time and cut it. You know, one thing about shoemaking, if you don't take your time to really do your thing, you're going to end up having a rough work. So it is necessary for us to calm down anytime we want to arrive at a very neat work, or a good outcome rather. You must be settled while doing that particular work. Alright, you cut according to the line you marked out. So we're almost done with cutting. Yes, now this is it. You see, it is looking exactly as the pattern. See, if I didn't cut exactly the line I drew from the pattern, I would not have arrived at that point. Now the next thing is to landing it. You know, the kind of fiance I used was a very light fiance, and so if you want to landing it with a thicker material, what I used here was shaft to make it stand. If I'm using a soft, another kind of soft material to landing it, it's not going to have that standing shape, you get. So I use shaft along, so make it kind of thick. After then you apply your gum. That's how you landing top or a material. You apply gum. Meanwhile, after placing all the top of the shaft, you mark the areas in which you are going to apply your gum, so that you don't end up overusing your gum. You get. So you have to know how to utilize your materials. So after marking the part you are going to apply your gum, then you go ahead and apply it according to the portion you drew from the pattern placed on top of the shaft. Okay. After rubbing, you leave it for some moments to dry. Well, it doesn't take time to dry actually, but once it's dried, you start gumming. But meanwhile, before placing on the shaft, the gum has to be on both sides, like both your top and both your shaft. Before any gumming can be made, it has to be rubbed on the two parts of the materials. That's how a material can actually gum. If you rub in one, don't rub in the other, it won't gum. So the two sides has to be carrying the gum. That's for it to gum well. And please rub your gum well. Yeah, we're done with it. We've gummed it. So what's next? You take them to your sewing machine and you sew. If you observe the pattern, the stitches wasn't made in the edge of the top. You come. I'm coming. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. You're not sewing exactly the edge. You come further a little. You get going to the middle. You get, but it's not the middle. Because I believe you understand what I'm trying to say. All right, so that's how you make the stitches round. Okay, keep on making your stitch. It should be neat to mind you. Like I said, take your time. It will come out at a very neat outcome. You have to take your time to carefully do them. Allow it to be straight. All right, so we've done with that. So the next thing, you are connecting two of the curved strap. Connect them with the one that is vertical, like the straight one. This is what you'll be doing. That will connect it. So this is how it's being done. You take the two curved strap together, then you put super glue at the middle. You put glue at the middle. Okay, let's do that first. And then you bring the two curved strap closer. You bring them closer, trying to pass the vertical one on top of them. You see that curved edge, like that open middle. The vertical strap you are using to cross it, it should be at the middle of that opening in the inside. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. It should be at the middle of it, but this is exactly what I meant. So see how this vertical strap is passing the middle of that inner curved strap. So make it look like that. It should pass the middle. You should be very careful about it. Take your time. It might shift due to the application of super glue. No super glue, anything that touches it is going to stick immediately. That's why you have to be careful about it. Alright, so I think I'm done with it. This is it. Very neat and admirable. And the next thing is you're lasting it. I was not able to make a video of how I last it, but I think you should know that. Then after lasting, this is the sole I'll be using for it. So the next thing is to apply your gum to the sole and to the floor. I highly recommend chemical gum for such a work. Don't use other gum for coupling. Use chemical gum. You rub everywhere, the edges. You should rub them well, so that if you are gumming it, they will give you a good result. Alright, we are done with applying the chemical gum. So we are taking it straight away to our gas, where we'll heat the chemical gum. Without heating of the chemical gum, there's no way it's going to gum. You get? So while heating, you don't heat it too much. Just heat lightly. Heat the edges round. Okay, after heating, you couple. And please note, if you are coupling, don't get yourself in a situation where you have to gum twice. So with a proper eye gauge, carefully place the floor to the sole. Don't mess it up, and make sure the edges are properly gummed. You press them to the sole. Make sure you use super glue on some of the edge that we're unable to gum. Alright, that's all. We are done with the slide. That's very difficult. And please, any part you want us to do a video on, please tell us on the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, share. It gives us the eagerness to do more videos. Thank you very much. Subscribe.